question 6 times. These are my favorites. Hi, guys. Good to see everybody today. Hey, how we doing?
Didn't Tyler Bray, do you think that was his best game?
Well, I think he played very well. You know, I think he, as Tyler would probably tell you, we thought he missed a few things, but he threw the ball down the field as accurate as he ever has, I believe, and his command of the game and leadership was pretty doggone good. So I don't know if it's his best one, Jimmy, but I thought he played very well.
You see him having more command of the offense with each season?
I do. Just that normal, you know, you're maturing, you're getting a little older, a little more seasoned. I think sure he does. I think that's what happens most of the time.
Are you giving him more responsibilities at the line of scrimmage?
No, I think he feels like he gets more because just the ownership of understanding, you know, so he understands the plays better, so I think he feels like he is. But as far as we're not doing a heck of a lot of things differently than we've done in the past.
Is he managing the run game better?
I think so.
A concern last year?
No, I don't believe that's the issue. I think he's doing a good job with that. He's getting the plays in, he's getting everybody lined up, and he understands it better. Ultimately, we're running the same plays we always have, and he knows what he's doing.
Jim, were you surprised at CP's production? I know you'd seen a lot in practice, but in the first game?
Yeah, you know, when he took that reverse, I got to admit, that was kind of fun when he was running down through the field and thinking about those snowy days in Hutchinson, Kansas, thinking it wasn't so bad in Hutch that day, was it? So, I don't know, was I shocked by his production? No, not really, because he's a super talented kid.
What's more pleasing, the big plays or the fact that Tyler hit 10 different receivers? What's a better indicator to how well he played?
Well, I think when you're trying to generate big plays, when you make those big plays, they result in points. So I'd say the big plays. The big plays are incredibly important. If we only had 3 healthy wide receivers and we make 15 big plays, I'd still be happy. You know what I'm saying? So moving the ball around, I don't know. I think he did a nice job with that. But hitting the big plays when they were afforded to him, that's a special sign when you're hitting those alerts, and it's for him understanding coverage a little bit better, and hats off to him, because when they afforded it to us, he took it for the most part.
What about his patience in not forcing it and throwing it to 10?
Well, I think
level of patience.
Well, I think that was the big goal going into the game. We knew there was a zone coverage team, and we needed to make sure we checked the ball down and we threw it where it needed to be, and he did a pretty doggone good job of that throughout the day.
How much has he improved on that just over the course of the preseason and the summer, just in terms of his patience, taking what's offered and not?
I think in all aspects of his game of football, he's improved, and he's a year older. He's got more reps. It's the old deliberate practice we talk about. He's doing the same things over and over, and he's getting better at it. Just like all of us. The more we do something, the better we'll become, and I think that's what you're watching with Tyler.
How important was it for Justin just to get a game?
I think very important. No question about it. Now, he played about the way I thought Justin would play. He'd make some big plays, and he'd have a few blunders out there, because in a lot of ways, I thought that was the first game he ever played at Tennessee all over again, because the rust coming off of that knee. I kind of expected that out of him, but I thought he made some nice, beautiful plays and made a few that you go, come on, Jay Hunt, you make that every time. And he'll be the first one to tell you that. So our expectations of him are through the roof, and I think they are of himself, and we look forward to him raising that game and playing really special football for us.
Coach Dooley said that you had to manage Rivera in the opener. Do you see managing him again this week? Or you think
I do. No, I feel that way. I think you had to a little bit. Mike in the past was a play limit. You know, you get to X amount of plays and you can see fatigue hitting in. I think Mike Rivera, of anybody on our offense, worked harder in the offseason to improve his stamina better than anybody. And I feel really comfortable pushing his play total up 15 to 20 more plays than what he played last year. Now, with that said, that takes its toll on any player come the end of the season. So if we can survive and Bart continues to play the way he can, and we can keep a revolving door a little bit there with reps, it's going to benefit the Tennessee offense as the season goes on.
How close are Justin King and Greg King to being able to help you some on offense?
I think they're closer. I think that they're doing it. They're figuring it out. It gets back to the same old stuff. The more you do it, the more you'll understand. And I feel comfortable with those guys. They're getting closer to being able to play. They can go out there right now and execute a few plays, but I don't know that they can execute every play we have in the game plan. So when they're on the field, it puts a little pain on me as a play caller to be aware of those things. But that's okay sometimes. And as long as they're getting out there and I'm calling plays that they know, it's good. I'd hate to put them on the field and call a play they don't know. Then we wouldn't all be very happy with them.
What was your assessment of the run game?
Well, I thought after the game, the one thing I don't believe we did a very good job of is block. And I'm not talking, everybody associates the offensive line. I don't think we blocked particularly well anywhere. Perimeter, running backs and protections, tight ends on perimeter blocks, line on tight zones. We blocked them, but we didn't block them the way that we would like to block. So it's been a point of emphasis all this week for us. first, just is to increase our fundamentals of blocking, our targets, our leverage, and all the little things that come into being a successful blocking team. So that's the one thing I left the game thinking I wish we could have done a little better.
Did the no huddle have the desired effect that you were looking for? You worked on it all season?
You'd have to ask them. I mean, for us, it was simple getting the plays in, and we didn't have any administrative footballs, so I was happy.
Administrative what?
Mistakes.
Coach, how have the running backs responded now that all three are kind of listed in the bracketed group? How have they looked in practice so far, and what have they done this week in practice?
I think they're doing exactly what Jay wants them to do. They go out to work. The running backs have had a real mature outlook all training camp and through the beginning of the season. Don't see that changing at all. They're competing hard. All three of them are playing hard. Tom Smith got a couple reps yesterday, and Q continues to play. So we're excited about the room. We just need to get a little bit more production out of them. That comes from blocking better and them handling the ball a little bit better.
Jim, I know you've talked about the no huddle, but how much of that did you do at Purdue, and kind of what's your background in that?
Well, we played a few games in no huddle when we were at Purdue. If we thought it was beneficial to us to do so. We've always had everybody has a no huddle offense. It's not unique. What's in vogue in college football now is just staying in it throughout the game, and then what's becoming a little more in vogue is moving personnel groupings while you're doing it. But we've had it that way. Heck, I think we were laughing in here the other day. I think 1991, I had a quarterback, or 90. Don't quote me on it because you'll make me a liar. A kid named Chad May that played for me as a freshman at Cal State Fullerton. And we called the plays from the sideline the whole season. He'd look at the formation and I'd call the play. It's been going on for a long time. We're not inventing anything here. We're just trying to help us. We think it helps us, so we're going to continue to try to do it better.
How do you think it helps Tyler?
You don't have to get in a huddle and verbalize a lot, which he'd rather not do. I think sometimes he just has to look for a signal and throw it to the open guy. Simplifies the game for 11 people, not just the quarterback.